What's up, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? It's your host, Galadon, and we're going to get right into business. Winning with mass barbarians. You're in trouble. Got to #1 global doing it this way, and we're going to take a look at this base. And right here, pausing things, look at the crushers, draw a line between the two crushers, and see that you can approach from an area where most of your units can get to the builder hall without having to deal with the crushers. And that right there, my friends, is one of the absolute keys to this attack. Now, you'll notice that You're in Trouble started from the other side, clearing a couple of structures, but his true assault comes from the bottom right with the bombers being protected by the barbarians, getting in there to trigger traps, to trigger mines, and to make sure those bombers stay up. And now they're moving their way in. The battle machine just level 15 for You're in Trouble, and yes, he did get to #1 in the world, and it looked like it was pretty easy the way he made it look. He got there using this attack, and I did my best to copy it, to learn from Urine. That's one of the reasons that I have Full Night Attack. It's a fantastic clan full of skilled players, and I love to showcase their attacks and, whenever possible, make them my own, which we'll get down to in just a moment. Right here, You're in Trouble already has the first star, easily the second star, 61% 2-star right here, and there you can see only after the builder hall went down did he have to deal with a crusher, and not really deal with it, he got victimized by it, and you can see the buildings really kind of surrounding the crusher were the ones that got him that 74% 2-star. Now we're going to take a look at different bases and different angles of attack. This is another Urine win. He is going to go #1 all over this base, and we're going to pause it again, check out the crushers, draw the line between the crushers, and see you can approach from the upper left-hand side here. Now, it is a little bit deep to get to that builder hall, but it's doable if you keep your bombers alive. That is the absolute first critical part of this. You've got to keep those bombers alive long enough for them to open the main enclosure to the builder hall. Here, Urine is going to use all 4 bombers, and eventually they will get there. Here it is, top right corner. You can see that junction is open. Bottom left, now in comes the battle machine. And also, another key spot right here, trying to keep the giant cannon focused on the barbs. As you can see, it's spinning around like a chicken with its head cut off. It can't decide where to fire, but it's ignoring the battle machine, which in turn is tanking the roaster. So it is a little more complicated than at first glance, because ideally, you're going to keep the bombers alive, you're going to have the battle machine tank the roaster, the barbs tank the giant cannon, and everybody get in there to grab the builder hall. This time the barbarians are going to grab the builder hall, and he's also sent in a few backdoor barbarians to grab other miscellaneous structures, and he's on his way to another huge percentage 2-star right here. Over 70 is almost always going to be good for the win. Well, not always, but pretty often these days. The 3 stars are happening, but not that frequent. Now, we're not done yet. We're going to watch me giving this a try. So again, let's take a look at the base and let's draw the lines. We'll go ahead and freeze things up. Now, this is a base that Urine, I've watched him destroy this base with this attack many a time. So here we go. Here's the line. There are your crushers. There's the attack. This is a little bit longer of an approach to get there because players know that you're going to try this. That's why he's got 3 layers of walls up here. So it becomes more critical than ever to A, not only keep the bombers alive, but B, to make sure that the bombers are going to work their way down the middle and not out the sides. So this attack gets underway, and here we go. Barbarians up here to trigger traps, mines in the area. Wasn't anything in that first layer. Bombers are going to get through these first couple of walls pretty quickly. Of course, they're going to one-shot any wall of equal level. But as they work their way down, this is where you're going to see the bombers' AI work usually to your advantage. As they work their way out like this, there will be a point where eventually they will turn inward and get that point of the wall rather than continuing down the line to the outside. There you see a bomber on the right-hand side is just about to head to where we need him, right there. And if it weren't for that bomber, this whole attack is screwed. So that was a bit of a mistake on my part. Should have waited longer to drop the last bomber or two to make sure we get that wall open, because now we've got the giant cannon blasting away against my big old hero, but he is level 20, so I have that advantage over Urine. I should have probably sent in more barbarians a little bit earlier as well. Use them to tank the other structures around. You can see the battle machine gets the builder hall down, And now it's up to these barbs. Even some barbs concentrating on outer walls are going to work their way through and survive long enough to get a few more structures down. By the time this attack is wrapping up, I have also managed to surpass 70% and was pretty happy with this attack. And I think, well, there's no promise in today's Builder Hall 7 land. I think that was a win, but for all I know, I could have gotten an 80% on my base, because we're going to get into my base a little bit later. Now, this is another unusual base, but again, let's draw the lines, take a look at where those crushers are, and there you can see we can approach probably from the right or the left, but the left looks like it's one space more favorable. So we are going to approach this from the bottom left, as you can see where the arrow is, and of course the barbarians are already on their way. But anyway, pretty much any base can be taken down with this strategy that I've seen so far, but bases for sure are going to evolve. All right, no sound effects, just music this time as we watch those barbarians working their magic, getting in there and keeping the bombers alive. We, of course, want to get that second layer of walls down. That's going to be critical. The middle bomber, after the elixir storage goes down, he's going to wander off to the right. I've got to drop my last bomber, and there he goes. First shot gets the wall down, and that's going to allow that direct path to the Builder Hall. Now it's safe to drop everything else in. In comes the battle machine. He is going to tank the roaster, ideally, and you can see, unfortunately, the giant cannon. Well, no, actually, well, okay, the battle machine's going to make it into the center. Lots of barbarians down the right, down the left. You can see the 50% just about to come. Builder Hall goes down. 64% barbarians beautifully wrapping around the outside, avoiding the crushers. And that is really part of the key here. You want those late barbs and the outer barbs, the peripheral barbs, whatever you call it. You want to deploy them where they're not going to path right after your crushers, your opponent's crushers rather. And then this bomber, thank you so much, little bomber. Good job. Beautiful. The multi-mortar goes down and he goes flying, but it's an 85% 2-star win. Thank you again to You're in Trouble. And hey, everybody in Full Night Attack, these guys constantly sharing base ideas, attack strategies, and I've got so much footage, so many cool episodes coming, you guys. But let's get down to it. Here we go. 2 crushers that are kind of offset, and you draw the line and you'll notice that it kind of favors the top and also the top left. And that's actually where I'm going to come from, because there is a clear line here, a closer approach for the Builder Hall than coming through all of those walls at the very top. So we're going to come from the left. Again, the barbarians first to trigger the mines, trigger the spring traps, the push traps, and then the bombers. Now, one of the bombers is going to chase after those little level 1 walls at the top for a while. The other 2 on their way, and it just needs to be one bomber. Here he comes, middle bomber, one more shot, and it's a big gaping hole to get into, dropping the battle machine to make sure that he comes in and paths straight for the Builder Hall after he gets the double cannon out of the way. Okay, and the archer tower, and there's the Builder Hall. All right, and we continue to spray and pray with our barbarians all over the place, getting as many of those outer structures down. You can see we came in from the right-hand side with another bomber at the bottom. On the far right, we had an open gap, so of course we were going to lose a couple barbs over there to spring traps, but nonetheless, more than enough barbarians to get the job done. I'm going to go ahead and share a prediction with you guys. I hate to say this out loud. I have a feeling in a future balancing update that we will see the number of barbarians in a camp reduced from 20 to maybe 15. I don't know, but it seems like that might happen. There might be a nerf incoming for barbarians. Now, of course, I would much prefer a balancing that maybe did something else as far as the mines or the defenses, and we didn't actually have to see a direct nerf. Now, check out this troll base, you guys. This is my fake base that I put up at night, so don't copy it. Let somebody else copy it who didn't watch the episodes. So here we are. I got up to 5th global. I dropped to 6th when I took this picture. First in the United States, the clan Full Night Attack #1. You could see international. We've got our feeders, our 3rd, 4th, and 10th. Super proud of that, you guys. Never really planned on this. And honestly, I'm telling you right now, I don't care that much that Full Night Attack made it to #1. I would rather have just fun clans and good people. And if we get to #1 also, then it's a bonus. All right, so let's take a look at my log real quick. As you can see, I have faced some of the top players in the world. There is a countdown. Boss Will I had a tie with. HD Nice from another one of the top Chinese clans. Ricky, well-known player, very skilled from La Remontada, another Chinese player there. I got beaten by Hall from Come and Take It. He came and took it. Howard Liu from Majestic. I had some bad luck on my base. KLN crushed me. I will show that in a future episode. Got annihilated. But the base record right now, 3250, that's 0, 1, 2, and 3-star attacks. So we're doing okay. We may not ever see number 5 in the world again, but we enjoyed our time while we were there. I hope you guys enjoyed your time watching this episode. Make sure that you subscribe. Let me know what other games you would like to see me play. And most importantly of all, have a fantastic rest of your day. Live every day to the fullest and make every attack a full attack.